change everything to Epicenter because that's who's actually hosting this, and it looks like nobody's hosting this in any language, which is tragic. I want to make sure that we get coverage, at least for the English-speaking people. But so I did have a first half. I changed it and put Epicenter in the title, hoping other people will actually be able to go ahead and jump in on this. Just people need to be able to know, right? That's the idea. All right. So what do we miss? We do have Ogre Magi. He's got his medallion of courage there, so he's gonna be modifying people's armor. It's not terrible. It doesn't really bounce off with his ignite, but it's not great either. The Radiant have killed Kronor Roshan. I'm gonna take a pick. PA is pretty fat. PA is definitely pretty fat. She's only, reduced down a little bit compared to the Slark, and that's pretty much it. Tidehunter, who had free farm bottom, does finally come in with a blink dagger on top of the Ags. Puck, despite having the blink dagger, still goes down. Probably should still consider picking up the Yules rather than that Aeon disc, but because the idea is to just never get hit in the first place, right?
Who?
Puck? Looks like Puck is going for Aeon disc rather than the Yules. I like seeing blink dagger.
Void dives him, he gets dispelled from either the leash or Void's
Oof.
which is the point.
Okay, so explain that again. So Void jumps in.
Void jumps in, he's gonna stun her, right?
Right.
So that way
With the Remnant?
Yeah.
Okay.
Remnant stuns, and then Void will continue to hit her.
Right.
Or she gets away because he stopped hitting her. Right?
Right.
Well, with Aeon Disc, if it dispels. Hard dispels.
It hard dispels that Remnant.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. It's a really smart play then.
Yeah.
Understood.
All damage makes it to where all damage taken for the next 3 seconds, like she takes no damage.
That is super dope.
So if she gets dived by Slark or Void, you should live.
Damn, that's beautiful. All right, so we got Bane, who did pick up an Ether Lens, definitely playing a position 4-5. More likely to a 4 because they did prioritize enough farm for her to get that Aether Lens. Void Spirit coming in. He does have Yules, really good setup, and he does also have his Aghanim Scepter and Shard. So that Resonating Pulse, silence, and gain 2 charges. That's rude. That's a lot more mobility, and adds a partial outer ring to the Dissimulate, which everybody gets because that is just bonus range on us to Dissimulate, right? Chet picks up Mech. Does not have basic boots, but still has 300 movement speed. Not the world's worst. Not the greatest. Very, very stock. Blink Dagger on the Beastmaster, top of a BKB. Does have his nice little aura from his little pet from Helm of the Dominator. And, well, actually, he went full Helm of the Overlord, so he definitely has an Ancient at his tie at all times. Now, that Dragon, we notice his Q. It's 850 damage. It's 85 damage per tick for the full 10-second duration. So that is a lot of damage from the fireball coming off of that dragon. I don't know. Puck is just running around all over the place bottom. I'm checking out this fight mid. They did commit the Ravage. Looks like Void does pick up the kill. Oh no, it looks like the Beastmaster actually picked up the kill on that, on the PA. Ash will step into that Bane, just right to his death. Is he going to get the leash off on the Puck? No. Did he get silenced back by the Puck? No. So it looks like Slark is neither doing amazing nor terrible. Like him and Puck just kind of traded off abilities right there, doing nothing additional to each other. But that is one heck of a push and a 16K lead from the side of Team Hydra. This might be potentially GG here. With your biggest beast down and your highest DPS down. Unless that Ignite hits every single one of those creeps.
They still have back on their team though if it goes back to PA and
Are they just doing a debate Do I go? Do I go? I know I see it on the PA. I don't think Tide has buyback. No, Tide does not have buyback. PA definitely does. Man, just doing a little bit of cleanup in that bottom lane too. I don't know if I would consider taking that upper tower, but PA is up, so it looks like they're going to give some respect to this PA. Except for Slark, who wants to pick up a quick kill on this Bane. Does not able to. Bane running away. They decide to go ahead and just down the Ogre. He does get Dream Coiled, able to jump out of there. Dang, that is so mean. That mobility from that Slark is just tough to deal with. He's tough as nails. 20K gold lead. It looks like it's, I mean, at least on math and paper, it's going to go to the Hydra. I think a lot of it's going to come down to their vision on this Slark. But Slark, let's see. What items does Slark have over here? Net worth. I mean, he also, oh, no, hold on. Slark. Oh, Scotty, obviously the Silver Edge. Silver Edge giving him a lot of bonus damage. It should be able to take down that Tide with no real problem at this point either. Ooh, double smoke. Rotating into their jungle. They know they're going to go try to farm while they push top at least a little bit. Tide doing a counter initiation. Does come in with the Ravage. Looks like Void is completely deep enough to go in for that Bane. Gonna get down the Ravage boy Tide. It looks like that net worth is going to just be too much to deal with. Gets a double Dream Coil off. Hooks onto the lowest HP. Chen still not able to get the commitment to get him down, and Puck goes down as well. That Dissimulate is, oh, they do call the GG. They do call the GG. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of game number. It is called GG. I'm assuming this is game one. I don't actually know. We jumped into this like a little bit towards the mid of this, so we're going to keep it going. With me is RoboBlitz. He is our technical advisor. It's time for the post-cap to go ahead and get some review and information, what kind of things that he would like to have seen. So when we go into Team Tickles, are there any items that you think should have been different?
Maybe not Manta on P8.
Maybe not Manta? Yeah, because it all got nuked down really fast. Like, the Beastmaster took care of illusions almost immediately, right?
Probably should have gone like more of a basher.
Just like, yeah, I could see that. Get that Slark to stop from moving too. Yep. Yeah, because then you can actually stop the Slark from actually moving and getting out of your death zone, right? Because if you don't have any lockdown on the Slark, excuse me, you know, you're kind of in trouble. You need to have lockdown on the Void. 11-3 on the Void and 8-2 on the Slark. And like you're saying, without that Basher, it really does come down to their mobility and your inability to hold them still. That's a really good point. Anything for the Tide that you would see different? Now, he went Soul Ring into Ags and then eventually got Blink Dagger.
Because of the gold lead he had at one point, I think he should have gone more into like a carry rather than supportish.
Yeah,
He could have done more with what he was given.
Yeah, he had a lot of survivability. Could actually start taking some people down. That makes a lot of sense too. That's pretty smart actually, because he did have free farm like in that bottom lane, like really heavy. Let's see. What about Boom Boom Puck?
I think their puck was fine.
Yeah, I think. Never finished the Aeon disc. Ended up going with the Boost of Travel instead. I still think over this Witchblade, I would like to have seen a Yule's into Witchblade rather than Yule's Blink Dagger into, Witchblade into.
I think the Aeon disc would have been fine.
Aeon disc would have been fine, even up against the Void. He still never finished the Aeon disc.
Probably should have gotten Aeon disc into Boots of Travel rather than just not finishing the item.
Yeah. Yeah, that's very true.
And they didn't have the space to backdoor like he was trying to.
Yeah.
So the Boost of Travel probably just didn't have as much value as he was thinking. Because there was a point where they did have a lead, and that's when they probably bought them. But then that lead got instantly taken away, so there was no time or space for him to get the Boost of Travel to be worth it many times where Puck got dived and the Undisk would have saved it.
Very, very true. Very true. Okay, so now coming from obviously the winner side, so it's hard to argue what their decisions were, just mainly because they won. Void Spirit coming in with the Kaya did have the Aeon disc. I guess that basically helps with the puck. Does that work on the puck leash from the his the Dream Coil, the Dream Coil Aeon disc?
What about it? What do you mean?
Does Aeon disc proc against the Dream Coil from Puck?
What do you mean?
Okay, so if you look at Void Spirit, he has Aeon disc. Did he get that for the gush from Tide?
I think it was mainly for the PA.
The Q and that slow that he gets from his
Because PA would dive. I'm assuming if the game went how they wanted it to.
Yeah.
Like if they started having a lead, PA would have died some of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think he got that for like Tide ults and PA like diving them and Puck ulti, I guess. Which is a great thing to have with the Tide initiator because that means the stun doesn't matter and he's just gonna back.
Right.
So I think that's why he got it, probably for the Tide.
Now, we did have a Chen this game. It's kind of hard for me to discuss anything on Chen because I don't play a lot of Chen. Aghanim Scepter, which I actually don't know what it does, as well as a mechanism. Chen, 0-7, but still getting 20 assists on there. And that 20 assists is a pretty big number. So he did have a lot of participation. It's not like he was an AFK Chen. Same with the Beastmaster, 4-1-19, so a lot of participation on that route as well. Also picked up an Aeon disc. It looks like you what, two Aeon discs, one on the Void and one on the Beastmaster. Beastmaster went very standard Beastmaster things. Got the Helm of the Overlord. So that basically asserts a lot of that dominance from being able to control an ancient, but you still have to be able to multitask a little bit. And Chen was walking around with an ancient the entire time too. You did have the Slark, obviously the Echo Saber, the Silver Edge for the Tide. Looks like Basher to help hold down the Puck and maybe even cancel it if one of your friends got caught on the Fiend's grip. So he can right-click that Bane and stop that going off. Mirana, very, very supportive. Did pick up us a Lotus Orb. Why was that Lotus Orb picked up? You have any ideas there? Or is it just HP and mana?
Who picked it up?
It looks like the Mirana.
Probably is to help the initiators initiate properly against I don't know.
I mean, that's 6 seconds, but I think Lotus Orb works on single target though, right? Like,
yeah, they have 0 single target.
I mean, well, they still have, like you said, the Q from PA. I guess that might help from like a brain sap or something, or even getting slapped down from the Bane. Might help with the stuns from the Ogre Magi. But you still,
I guess they could get that. I mean, it's actually not, like, there's nothing wrong with it, but still.
It's also a basic dispel on your friends too. So if like you're getting burned from the Unite, if you're getting slowed from the PA, I could see the big benefit if you're used to dispelling your partners, like the Abaddon style of gameplay, or Abaddon as they call it. That's not my call. That's their call. Let's go back into here. Oh, close that out. I don't care who you are either. Sorry. Let's go to watch. Ooh. So we watched this from the DPC. Gary Poggins was on, and he was like co-casting this IG Royal Never Give Up game. It went pretty much exactly how you expected. Hydra versus Team Tickles. Looks like we're getting into the draft here soon. I need to find out exactly where they're casting, because or even if they're casting, because Epicenter's not showing anything. Beyond the Summit usually has, it's time to wake up here. So that's going to be the winter tour. But that's DPC. So Beyond the Summit has their own thing going. I'm trying to find casting for what we're doing.
Ogre on their team is top 14.
What? Top 14 planet?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Jeez Louise. That is a lot of ogre.
No, like just top 14 in general.
Top 14 what? Players in the world?
Yeah.
Ogre on their team, what? How is that based? MMR?
Yeah. And then the PA was 22.
Wow.
Like right now is 22.
Wow.
And the puck is 129th.
Oh, that's an interesting spread.
And their Bane is 44th. Void's 104. 221 on the Chen. 248 on 3. Or Blizzy. I don't know why it shows 3 there.
We can check someone.
Ooh. See this dude.
Kill supports first.
It looks like this is just pub game coming in. I'm trying to see if I can find. I don't know what this means. So I got to translate this guy's rules from English or Russian to English. Control V, do not swear. Toxicity prohibited. Before questioning, check frequently asked questions. All right, cool. Got it. So he didn't say anything about no promotion. So I'm going to ask some questions just to see if they know where the actual fight's going on. And then I think I might shamelessly push my own a little bit. Does anyone know where center hmm. All right, so a little bit of a plug. Just trying to get some people to come on in. But mainly, I need to see where the Russian hosts are being kept into, because it shows here, looks like Ruhub, R-U-H-U-B. Let's see if I can search that up. R-U-H-U-B. Are they currently live? And are they actually casting this game? That's the winter tour. It looks like no one's still actually casting this. Let me see. MC, Division Run. Looks like there's a rerun. And that's DPC still. It looks like we do have a Bane as well as a Chen Kunkka. IO typically banned along with the Mars. That's their best friend. Beastmaster, that's probably just a complimentary ban because they didn't like going up against the Beastmaster. And no Razor for the sake of Razor. Razor's been playing super good. It has definitely been like a something to be reckoned with. It has been a pain in the butt. Looks like this is definitely just a rerun being played. Let me see if I can find, see what chat rules are here. English translation. For breaking the conversation, welcome and enjoy your viewing. Okay, got it. Let's go in here. I'm still supposed to be waking up. Let's put in, does anyone know Where? Oh. I need to be a follower for 1 day before I can actually chat in the Dota 2 MC. All right. So there goes that. We do have Kunkka. We do have a Quap. Quap's definitely going to go mid. Might go up against the Puck. And we actually seen a lot of Pucks go into that Quap for mid lane. That's been a pretty common theme overall. Champions League. Go back to the Browse Gaming Dota 2 Champions. I might be the only person actually casting this and sending it up on Twitch. Why? I don't know. But alright, if I'm going to be the only one casting, I might as well be the only one casting it well, right? Maybe I'll have to find out what this is written as in, like, not English. How would I write Champions League in Russian? No tournaments. Looks like they did get a pickup on the Marana. Epic D2CL is what it's called. Found it. Watch it on Twitch. There you go. Follow. Hey, all right. I think we actually found the stream, so here we go. So we're going to be a little bit behind towards the Russian stream, but we do have a Beastmaster. We have a Mars, Luna being banned out, Invoker being banned out. We do have a Night Stalker banned. Oh, we're totally doing this one right now. IO coming in with the Razor. We do have the who else is getting picked off? Not able to play. We have the Timbersaw, Spirit Breaker, and the Snapfire. So in play, who do we miss? Oh, so there's no Monkey, right? Monkey's not banned yet. Puck isn't banned yet. Who else are we missing outside from these bans? So we got quite a few people that's actually not in the fight for this.
Wait, what game are you doing?
The one you're currently watching right now, I thought. Team Tickles versus Hydra.
What? Which team?
Team Tickles versus Hydra.
Puck just got picked, right?
Yes, it looks like Puck got picked. So like I said, Puck is usually really common. They can end up picking back up the, let's see. It looks like 30 got the Chen, Kunkka, Marana, the Puck. I don't know who you would pick in this scenario for either team. It's pretty difficult to say, actually, overall. Looks like it's 2:10. Almost time to go pick up Youngling from school. Man, this has definitely got like a very heavy Russian influence. Pretty awesome. When you look at and you play enough or been watching, like I started watching a lot of these, and you can tell there's a lot of different not casting styles, but team makeup. Chen is significantly more heavy right now, at least for right because you don't really see a whole lot of Chens, but it looks like Hydra probably just practiced a lot of that Chen. Mirana might be another potential carry if you want to go with the double ancients, but we'll see how this tags up. All right. Who's going to be the final picks? We got a Doom ban. We do have a Tidebringer ban. Who could this be? Ooh, a Lycan. Now, a Lycan bite on the Luna seems kind of fun. Just because that attack speed, you can go in and take people down rather quickly. I do like Team Tickles here so far. Looks like they just got more... Ooh, Terrorblade. Now, I have not seen a good Terrorblade game, like, for a hot minute. Terrorblade played a lot last night, and, I mean, it essentially was just so underwhelming compared to what you'd want to see from a Terrorblade, unfortunately. But it's just the way it's kind of broken down. I don't have a good answer as to why the shutdown is so hard on that Terrorblade, but whenever Terrorblade does get picked, I mean, it gets shut down pretty quickly. They pretty much focus on heavy. Oh wait, there's no sound. Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Let me make sure. Well, it looks like the channel doesn't have sound for some reason. Let me see. Move that up. Hello. Sure, well, it looks like the channel doesn't have sound for some reason. Let me see. Move that up. No, the channel does have sound. Thank you, Fitzer Dota. Pfizer Dota. That dude's name is Pfizer Dota. That is awesome. I love that name. Okay. Back to the action. Not going to be listening to RubHub. I'm going to go up to no broadcaster here. All right, key items for each team. So Luna can also be a Helm of the Dominator add-on. It's pretty common for her to end up going into that the AoE lifesteal aura anyway, just to give her some lifesteal regeneration. I know a lot of people go Mask of Madness, but before Mask of Madness was a thing, people used to go Helm of the Dominator into the Vladimir's Offering, or at least Vladimir's Offering into the Helm of the Dominator, just because it does provide a lot of regen with your glaives. We do have another complimentary Chen. We'll see how this goes here. Broadcaster, no thank you. Let's go with camera movement. We'll go with direct camera for now. And here we go. Team Tickles once again taking on the Hydra. Early smoke again, this time from both sides. Looks like someone was pinging in the middle portion here. Might get like a really good fight going for once. We don't see a lot of these early game fights anymore.
Why is Lycan moving?
Lycan is taking a nap in the well, and I have no idea why. He casted his wolves, so it looks like he's micromanaging his wolves while not sending himself out. The wolves can be smoked. Just realized that today. I don't know if you noticed the invisibility that was on the wolves there.
I did.
It's a really good idea if you want to do a wraparound and surprise to go ahead and take out that gold. Tree gets the counter ward on, I mean, it's not an observer. That's funny. Tickles dropping the tickle soundbite. Didn't know that was a thing from Solari, but an arrow on the tree and no follow-up to play. If I was Mirana, I'd be slightly cranky about that one. nothing terrible, but I'd still be a little bit cranky because you land an arrow, you want it to be seen, you want it to do something. Not only did you see the the pet, the dog over there next to the Kunkka? Robo.
No.
Okay, so the dude it looks like what's his name? Lycan sent his dog up to go ahead and counter and like actually like nuke out that the bounty rune, but he not only did he get it done, he also creeped and body blocked the Kunkka to the rune, so that way he had no chance to actually beat him like to the rune. And yeah, so we got a body block off on top of it, which is kind of nice. All right, starting items. A lot of regen on Treant. Treant picking up a lot of last hits here. Does eat another arrow. That is 2 arrows for this guy. Going to drop the harass down on the Marana. Luna. Ooh, hold on. Luna's rocking top also did pick up quite a bit of tangos. And the iron branches to make sure she doesn't melt off. Lycan, same thing. Just tons of regen. Just for the bunch of lane sustain. Does pick up an armor ring of protection. That's a little bonus to armor, and the Lycan stock at 3, so this basically gets him an additional 2 armor. Kind of nice, especially on somebody who's going to be taking so many right clicks, being inside a lane. Yeah, the Quap, whose only goal I would figure would be bottle, but it doesn't look like. Oh, look, she's already got her bottle in for inventory. Looks like Puck is still trying to purchase that said bottle. Looks just got the money for it. I don't know if he's going to go ahead and send that courier over. Man, that Puck able to dodge that scream out in the mid. That scream of pain right there. That was a really good phase shifting from there. I don't know if it was based on cast animation, but I would assume so. But that's looking more like that same matchup. And I've seen this so far like 2 or 3 times. The Quap versus Puck mid, and it's kind of gone both ways. It really just depends a lot on the Puck more than the Quap, though. Man, that damage and harass going on the Kunkka top lane is very difficult to deal with. Big did get a sleep and decent placement on the Marana. If they're going to do anything with it, it's got to be around the timings of the Treant to get that slowdown. But, of course, with the leap, it's just going to just get away as soon as you drop that down anyway. So it's kind of a waste of mana to drop that onto the Marana. So I could see Luna's point, you know what, I'm just going to farm. Now, Kunkka, however, that one's a lot more worth getting onto because, torn onto the Luna. They're body blocking that sucker down. They do catch first blood on the Kunkka. And Kunkka's item set did include a set of bracers, a lot of extra XP, HP, regen, another set of gauntlets. Just nothing he can really do there. Now we have Terror Blade down bottom, just stacking as much agility as possible, despite having the highest agility gain pretty much the entire game, sitting at that 4.4. Might be able to pick off this Beastmaster. Beastmaster does have to go all the way back to base. Now, once well, not base, but to tower. That tower aura just makes him a little bit tankier. If you actually look at the aura that you end up with, it's looks like armor at +1, and it is, I believe, +1 HP regen also. And Marana picked up a whole bunch of iron branches. Does have $500 in the bank. Not really sure what she's going to do. She's going to go with some more regen, some more sustain. And for now, I'm going to let this game just kind of go in override mode and see exactly what it does. High five from the tree and onto the Bane. That's always annoying to see for everybody ever. Any item timings or items you'd like to see picked up here?
I mean, I don't really play these characters that are being played right now, so I don't know.
Gotcha. Well, Lycans typically get Helm.
I don't like that item, though. That's the thing.
I think it's underwhelming because nobody actually, unless the Lycan goes all the way past the Helm and gets the secondary level of the Helm, which gives you the Ancient Auras, I don't think it's necessarily worth it. And then there is a timing where that Ancient Aura is absolutely worth getting, but it eventually does fall off. So that's where Lycan has to pick up as many last hits, creep kills, people kills, and then push in with his ulti once he has that, because he's basically a Night Stalker at that point with that Lycan ult. Lycan's just destructive, I think, with a lot of that aura-based damage. Plus, if you do pick up that Black Dragon, I mean, that's 850 damage which it seems underwhelming because I think it's not abused to the point that it is at lower level ranks or even just in pubs. Now at this level, you're going to see hopefully that Ancient being taken care of and him just rocking around with that aura and tearing things up. Let's see. You do play quite a bit of Puck. Is Puck worth going A on disc, or do you think he's just going to end up grabbing the...
Not this game, I don't think. I mean, I personally don't ever get A on disc on Puck. I'd rather get, like, just something that does more.
Yeah, I think that's that Admiral Bulldog style of play that you have going. That violent, that ragey, that hyper-aggressive, skill-based play versus item-based play. Item-based, itemizing your survivability versus being able to outskill and actually just drop kill the enemy team. So I think that's a lot of the reason why you build differently. Mainly because you have that high skill base in order to like micromanage your Puck in like a million different places. Plus, you study a lot. Chen does have that regen going. Just go ahead and pick up some of these side camps. They do have vision of the Chen. I think Chen realizes how dangerous it is for him right there. Here comes Treant. Going to come in with the slow. They are rotating to pick him up. Is he going to be able to make it out? It looks like he does get out of the... Treant just playing just the tip with the guy. Doesn't capture too much on him. They're not going to rotate to chase the Chen, looks like. Looks like the focus is just basically out farm. Chen trying to be like some kind of distraction to make space, or at least to give I missed that ulti top from Quap onto the Kunkka and the Mirana. Decent little double stack being made. Come on, let's high five, bro. High five. Want a high five? And a little friendly gesture. Seems pretty relaxed so far. Nothing too crazy. Ooh. Top tower looks like it's going to go down pretty uncontested. Nobody wants to rotate to save that top tower. And unfortunately, nobody pushed into that bottom tower enough to go ahead and take that one from the Radiant side. So just a free tower going out. A little bit of a blink coming out from the Quap. And Radiant's courier got killed. That's so sad. Good job, Morty. Trying to grab that stack for the Quap. Doesn't want to give it up to the other side. Just in case Vision's given of it. Plus, it's Quap. She's able to kind of farm that out pretty quickly. Lycan doing Lycan things. Does pop the ulti. Looks like it's possibly coming in to chase down that Chen with the Luna and the Bane. Level 4 Chen shouldn't be a big problem. With enough creeps around, you shouldn't have to worry too much about the tower. Lycan does run back. Probably go back to farming here. Helm the Dominator pretty much done at this point. Looks like the tier 1 neutrals are coming out. Despite it being 9 minutes into the game, they didn't give the 2-minute devotion to that. Bane just taking out the neutral creeps of Chen. Yeah, sure. Sleep the Chen, kill his creeps, walk away. Good job, Bane. Control Z his last few minutes of work. Lycan's got 56 more seconds in that cooldown. Ooh, Dream Coil committed on the Mirana. It's or the Luna, excuse me. Doesn't get the kill. Mirana does come in. Everybody terrified of getting ultied by the Loon, and they don't know that she actually has not picked up her ultimate there and was probably scared to death. They do pick up the kill on the Mirana though, with that lockdown from the Bane. It's going to be a very difficult fight here. Oh, jumping in mid. Treant does throw his Nature's Grass, does slow down the Puck. Puck is trying to outrun that Lycan, unable to do so. Lycan sitting over there in that shapeshift form, does start tagging into the Chen. Significant portion of the damage going out. However, Chen did hit level 6, does use his ultimate, is completely committed.
The triple centaur.
Dude, for
Too
real,
much.
that's too many stuns.
It's too
What
much.
to do? Oh man, I'm sure that was like on full rotation. He had 3, 5, and 8 second cooldown. He definitely staggered those cooldowns. Oh, bro. And it looks like 2 might have a chance of live. No, oh, they get the kill on the additional centaur. Dude, triple centaur is dope. I'm assuming that was Chen, Chen, and Chen. Despite that crazy stun combo, it seems underwhelming. Like that was a lot of stun. Oh, Fiend's Grip onto the Chen. A little bit of a bonus payback for dropping that triple centaur. I don't know why Chen felt the urge to farm that camp. That was I would be very cranky. Like, why are you there? But that's, you know, I guess it kind of happens to everybody, mainly me. But that was a bad play on the Chen. Let everybody know. Courtesy pause for the trip. All right. What does Prime Gaming mean?
What?
Or Prime Gaming Badge? Oh, that just basically means I pay for Amazon Prime, I'm assuming?
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. All right, here we go. Resuming the game. Now, if you're watching the Russian stream, we're a little bit behind them, but we are broadcasting in English right here. We do have quite a few little pickups that have come out as of late. Courtesy pause for the Treant, which is really nice for him. Of course, it is, you know, higher level gameplay, so you do get those courtesy pauses. The Terrorblade himself has farmed out a Dragon Lance. Even though he's melee, that Metamorphosis, whenever he actually just goes into that range, it does help to be able to hit from a little bit farther behind, plus the bonus agility, but the attack range just gives him a lot of more survivability. Now, the Puck has been getting picked off a little bit more than we like to. Now, if we're looking at last hits to knives, you can kind of see where everything laid out from the laning phase. Terrorblade sitting at 118, 109, 10, 11, 12 on a very quick to farm Puck. Luna sitting at 105. So there is a pretty fair difference. A 20 creep kill last hit scenario coming out of the laning phase on 2 of your cores does give you a pretty decent advantage. That's usually like a solid item or so. So we do have a smoke gate rotation into the Radiant jungle. They don't really commit anything here, and they haven't popped the smoke. They do go ahead and place an Envision Ward. It looks like they're going to extra spot on the Lycan. Lycan being level 10 might still be able to get out of it. A huge scream from the Co-op. She does commit her Sonic Wave into that. They pick off the Lycan and Bolt. They're not going to stay to play. Probably just going to focus down this tier 1 tower. Treant does throw in with his Nature's Grasp, hitting nobody at this time, but does prevent melees from attacking into that base. Puck doesn't poof instead with that illusionary orb, but they do get the torn outside of the actual Treant, Lutionary Orb now being used for mobility, does commit the Dream Coil on 2. Treant as well as the Luna. Lutionary Orb does blast through. That AoE damage from Lutionary Orb doing a lot of work. Now you can see Terrorblade was able to fight from pretty far away, not have to dive tower in order to hit that, basically because of that. Dragon Lance, a little commitment from the Shapeshift. Might be a regretful commitment. It is a 3v1 if they go in directly onto this Mirana, but they're not sure exactly the locations without having a good amount of wards. They do get the Mirana pickup. Shapeshift actually being used to farm at this point, and looks like they're going to reset. It's now 11-5. Despite it being 11-5 and a 6-kill goal lead, they only have like a 1k or less gold lead. So a lot of their farming, they did heavy game. It looks like they're going to go ahead and trade that off. They did give quite a bit of farm off to the Chen, the highest being the the Terrorblade. Terrorblade is not someone you want to give a whole lot of gold to, but it looks like he's going to go ahead and pick up from there. All right, so looking at the items, last hits denies, we're going to go into the net worth now. Net worth on the Terrorblade, obviously able to farm one of the fastest, does actually out-farm the Luna. Kind of surprised in that scenario, because, well, Terrorblade is using the illusions to go ahead and farm. With that case, you can see how it's a possibility. Outside from that, Luna's typically out-farm everybody in the game, at least into this matchup. And Arrow does catch the Lycan. Despite having a decent amount of vision on that Arrow, Quap picks that up and starts to bolt out and retract. So they're going to go ahead and reset. They do have a timing on this. Now, you do get 5 minutes to expend that Aegis to the Immortal. Timings, you have Courage on Treant. Quite a bit of farm on the Luna. Luna is getting that Mask of Madness as well as a Dragon Lance. Is going strictly for the BKB. Does have, it looks like, the strength somewhere on the Courier. I'm supposing, because that strength isn't any very visible here. Lycan comes in, does have Helm of the Dominator, and is going for the full helm of the Overlord. Is able to pick up that Vladimir's offering, giving his little pets and everybody else AoE heal. Kaya on the Quap. Bane does pick up the... Looks like he might be going for the Aeon, not Aeon Disc, the Aether Lens.
Either of them realize what's going on top. Maran is right there. And
Marana's hiding up in that little bush up there.
yeah. Could just TV back to the tower.
Could, but chooses not to.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a Rat Dota strat from way back or something. Because I have no idea what she's doing there either.
I don't know either. Probably hiding.
Yep, very, very likely. X marks the spot being used. Looks like they're going to commit the... I would like to see an Arcana where that's a bus.
What is a bus?
The ship.
What is?
The ship coming from Blizzy's.
Oh, I know what you're talking. Yeah.
Instead of it being a boat, it's just a giant bus. Or even a train. Like, why not? Let's just go crazy. Oh, look at that sonic wave going directly on to the Mirana and the Chen. Chen just basically controls Zing that using his heal. Still able to kill this Chen down, it looks like. And she is running low on mana. Does have the blink available and is unable to execute properly. Does die off. That Aegis will be expended. Luna just trying to haul tail. Luna does die to the Terrorblade. Misses the arrow despite X marks the spot being there. Slightly off on the timing. And 12-9. Have a, despite the gold lead scenario, looks like Hydra's going to be able to pick up a lot more kills than they were expecting during an actual team fight. course, Terrorblade is still just free farming his brains out. Kunkka's trying to do some of the same, but they don't really have a whole lot of farming going on the Radiant side. X marks the spot. Hold him in place. Any kind of follow-up there? Doesn't look like anything. Nothing too crazy. Oh boy.
Looks like they're gonna try and go for bottom tower.
Mm-hmm. It's about time. Gonna push into tier 2. Looks like a tier 2 trade. Top for bottom.
They've been neglecting the Terrorblade.
Oh, yeah. Terrorblade's working on Scotty at this point. Although Terrorblade feeds into Mirana fairly well because Mirana has all of the bounces. So Terrorblade's illusions typically go down, but there's still Sunder they're going to have to deal with. And I don't know why every single Bane in this game is a litter bug. Just throws cheese around everywhere.
Yeah.
I bet you that floor smells entirely like feet. Chen picking up quite a few creeps here. We know that he's able to micromanage these pretty well. Critical chance, 20. Crit damage, 200% on the Alpha Wolf, along with an aura that attacks to extra damage. Inspire nearby allies to attack ruthlessly as well. 30% damage bonus on the Alpha Wolf for all the teammates. That's a lot of.
Pretty good.
Yeah, it really is. Oh, they got that Fiend's Grip on the Kunkka. They're going to hold him down. They do ahead pre-dust, despite him not actually having a Shadow Blade, probably just in case they're going to deal with a Shadow Blade reveal. Oh, that dust might actually just be for the Chen. Chen goes down really quickly. Did they eat all of his creeps? They did. Let's see if Neglected Terrorblade can do anything. It looks like he wants to get his Scotty before he fights. Does still have Sunder available. Sunder's the Lycan, still running away. Dream Coil trying to save that Terrorblade's life, does not do so. That looks like free food at that point, mainly because it's, 5v1. But that's what happens when we pick off the rest, right? Now like 400 or 500 extra gold away from picking off the Scotty. Picking up the Scotty. TP in from Kunkka.
Do you know if Sunder works on Roche?
No. I think it's specifically heroes only.
Affects units.
Oh, really?
It would be broken.
And a target hero. Severs the life from both Terrorblade and a target hero.
Okay.
So that unfortunately does not work that well on a non-hero. It's like Puck farming doing pucky things. Looks like Team Tickles picks up the lead again. Despite it being 15-9, that gold lead is not significant. But I think a lot of it has to do with that Terrorblade free farming his brains out.
He has 600 GPM right now.
That is nutty. Let's look up that gold per minute here. 620. Jeez Louise. You are going to school tomorrow, correct? Oh, VKB launched up. on the co-op. She does jump in with no problem. Tries to nuke down this Terrorblade as fast as possible. Terrorblade is not committed to Sunder. Oh, does swap. Sunder committed. Illusion's going in. Trying to do as much damage as he can. They do pick up on the Chen as well as the Terrorblade. They did have to give up the Luna for it. And, man, that's a 3-man out. They also pick up the Mirana. They wanted to get that Kunkka too, but he was too fast to TP out. Now, I'm glad that Kunkka wasn't reactionary and did like the X marks but stopped TP just for muscle memory's sake. They did use the Dream Coil there, so Puck was in, but stopped spraying the AoE like he did last time they destroyed that team fight. That Illusionary Orb does do a lot of damage. Kind of curious as to see. Looks like Aether Lens being picked up by the Puck. That's we can basically poke with that Illusionary Orb from farther away. Same with the Dream Coil. There's a lot of survivability from hitting from far. Rotation plans coming up for the top. Are we going to see a smoke come in and out of here? Oh. It's going to let the override camera do its thing. Oh no! Man, that is an interesting predicament. That Lotus Orb doing some work, making sure he didn't get stuck there. I wonder if X marks the spot is canceled out by like Fiend's Grip or Sleep. But Lotus Orb, definitely a good thing to plan on yourself before you decide to go out and like X marks the spot and push that wave. Pretty smart. There it goes again. Does Lotus Orb up. And right click for some damage. Not enough to take out the entire... Oh, he did take the entire wave. Good job. One of the safest ways to farm the entire game. Looks like Shapeshift being committed. They are going to jump in on top of this Puck, who is located in that top lane. Looks like they're going to rotate back. Looks like they're trying to reset. Nope. Looks like Terra's going to go ahead and commit along with the Mirana. They are chasing. That was a quick disengage. The only one available right now on the floor is Treant, which has TP'd out bottom lane. They're getting very aggressive here. And Team Tickles just does not want to have it. Rotating directly into the Roche Pit, knowing that there's a certain amount of fear that's already been generated. Might as well take advantage of that. Despite having a 2K now, it was 3 net worth gold lead. And an 8 kill lead. Man, that Ancient is like butter now to that Terrorblade. Like I said, Terrorblade being significantly ignored. Did pick up the Scotty. X marks the spot used on the Quap. Misses the arrow. 5-man spoke on Team Tickles. You think they're using this to disengage? Feel like they are. Are they rotating to actually go into fighting a Terrorblade with the Aegis? Bane giving himself up to the Mirana. Decides to litter some more cheese, making the entire floor smell a lot more like feet again. Ooh, Kunkka is getting nuked down. Does get picked up. Man, that Lotus Orb can only do so much work for you, Kunkka. Bane sitting off to the side, ready to Fiend's Grip anybody he sees. Does use the spider legs come up, get some vision really quick. Sonic Scream gets off that Kunkka. They're pushing up high ground into an Aegis on this Terrorblade. No respects. No respect at all.
His metamorphosis.
No, he's got, I mean,
So he's gonna go melee into like 4 range? No.
that's pretty valid. Got another 33 seconds on that metamorphosis. You're absolutely right. They're staying back. They have, yeah, they're completely aware of the timings here. Looks like they grab a set of racks. Off to retreat. Kunkka commits the boat onto the Lycan. Illusionary Orb does not commit a Dream Coil. Terrorblade has Thunder. Metamorphosis up in 6 more seconds. Like you said, this is the part where we get to see a potential turnaround here. Think they were doing a countdown timing like we have until this point before we have to run away like little chickens. Pulling the lane. Now, he does have Helm of the Overlord, but despite having Helm of the Overlord, he did pick up a Centaur Conqueror with War Stomp. So he's prioritizing the stun over the damage of, let's see what he has. That 850 fireball damage. And on their ancient side, well, it just died, but basically the rock. Dream Coil used. Trying to lock down on the Quap. Quap unable to get killed out. Spencer BKB. That was her. She's down to the 6-second BKB variant. Tons of burst damage coming out from the Loon on that magic side. Does take down the Chen. Still trying to peg down the Kunkka. Like you said and you called it, as soon as that Metamorphosis was down, he did jump in as fast as possible. Looks like it's going to be able to take down the Mirana and the, excuse me, the Luna there. That Sonic Scream though. That, I mean, Sonic Wave, that was quite a bit. $5K gold lead, 23-11. That's a decent little fight. Quap goes in, picks up the Chen. Looking for the puck too. Quap did pick up the big boy blink. It feels like anyway. And that's coming from the Aghanim Shard right there. Aghanim Shard releases Sonic Boom and Queen of Pain blinks, both starting at ending location, dealing 175 damage to 300 AoE, and silences for 1.75 seconds. So you jump in, you silence them out, and that's with your blink. And you're, oh yeah, because now he can't move for 1.75 seconds. Really good point. We do have to end this stream shortly, though. I don't want to give this up. Would love to see how this ends. $7K net worth, XP per minute. Let's just go to total net worth. Quap sitting at 21K. Still above the Terrorblade. Sitting at 20K. Oh. Luna does drop the Mask of Madness. Is getting hunted down by Terrorblade. Does get the kill off the Mirana. Ignoring the illusion. It's completely aware that's an illusion. Terrorblade sitting in the well. Oh, I thought he was taking a nap in there. Where is the Terror? Oh, he's farming his top jungle. So dropping illusions. That compliment to the Mantis style. Retaking the outpost. Good job, Chen. So whose fight do you think this is? Do you think it's possible anyone's game still? I mean, it's 25-11, and it looks like
how it is where they're still able to make space like they are for
Yeah.
the Terrorblade. I think this will be fine with the Terrorblade.
I mean, Terrorblade's starting to look kind of fat. I mean, the Orchid, that stops the mobility. He can actually pick off kills. Dragonlance for his Metamorphosis. I don't know if he's going to finish that up. Still has the Aghanim Scepter, Aghanim Shard, and Moon. Oh, boat coming in. Does catch. Looks like no one on the boat. Got the Sonic Wave coming out. A lot of regen coming off that Terrorblade, able to just kind of come pick back up for some reason. 16 HP regen on the Terrorblade. Does launch his Vacate Beam. A secondary Sonic Wave coming out. Refresher Orb picked up on that Quamp. Still looks underwhelming. The Chen able to heal through quite a bit of that. And Glaive bounces working back on themselves. That Metamorphosis illusion, or excuse me, not Metamorphosis, but the illusions that are caused by that Terrorblade. Really decent counter. That Conjure Image. Reflection on the Luna.
Terrorblade went Orchid.
He did, but I think that's to get locked down on like the Quap.
But like the Congo should have done that.
Oh, because of position 1 versus position yada yada. 2, 3, 4, 5. Shiva's Guard being used on the Quap. Quap pops BKB. Illusions do come out trying to hit down that Quap. Puck is sitting right next to her. Does not get off the coil. Illusionary Orb jumps in. Luna does get smacked with the boat. Lycan pops his ult, and he's going to go in with that Shapeshift. He does have his Ancients. He's, like, they're going in straight for racks. He has that nice little stomp slam coming in. Does not micromanage his pet. Should be casting slam, and unfortunately is not. Had a couple decent slam moments there. Looks like a TP out. And that is a second set of racks and barracks over here. I feel like at some point GG is going to be called. They don't really have an answer. There's a 13K net worth lead at this point. They did give quite a bit of gold to every single one of the other teams, 1,600 total, but that is not going to dent into that 13. And when it comes to worth and value, I mean, I would give anybody that amount of gold to take out a set of racks. 1,300 spread across the entire team. Oh man, he went full Bloodthorn on that Terrorblade, bro. Luna has Silver Edge. Glimmer, ooh, Aeon Disc on the Puck, along with the Witchbane. Blink, as well as an Octarian Core. I don't know if I would have gone Octarian Core in the Puck, but sure. Not my call. Litterbug. And there's more cheese on the floor. I hate this directed camera. That was a stupid angle position. Something gonna happen here? Very possible. This might be a fight around the Roche pit. Both teams have vision. Looks like Quap's gonna go in and just try to tag down that Ancient as fast as possible. Treant throwing the grass, trying to make sure that that Ancient dies or at least doesn't go anywhere. That is Chen's Ancient. Shapeshift being used. It's gonna run directly into their jungle, start chasing everybody down. Who does he focus down first? Hasn't actually committed on anybody. Sonic Wave being committed. Looks like Chen's going to be first to die. They don't have to worry about heals at this point. Illusionary Orb trying to pick off nobody. Just basic poke damage. We do have a boat coming in. Hits a whole lot of air. That's a fair old boat. Puck does come in. Splash damage on top of that Bane. Ancient taking out an Invis-Ward. It looks like another set of bursts from that Sonic Wave coming in from the Quap. Quap is retreating. She is low HP. Buyback on the Bane, buyback on the Treant. Comes directly into that backdoor location. Do they have vision on the Luna? It looks like they have not only vision, at least enough damage to take the Luna down. Luna does hit another buyback. Looks like Luna's still able to teleport into that outpost also. That is just a constant comeback and keep playing scenario. Oh, they do get the kill off on the Kunkka. Now,
I don't think I saw him use his Bloodthorn.
you don't think you saw what?
I don't think I saw him use his Bloodthorn wand.
Oh, the Terrorblade? That's sad. Good job, Morty. All right, well, we're gonna have to come back and finish this one, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like I'm gonna have to go out of here. I do have children that need to get out of school. I'm gonna go ahead and send this on to the side of the Team Tickles here. Team Tickles just gonna nuke out this last set of racks. They're gonna get Ancients, and from this point, there's probably absolutely nothing that can be done. GG should be called. I do see a tip and a well played. Just waiting for that official GG or push into the actual Ancient. There it is, GG, well played. We will be back, continue casting, because this is Dota life, and life is essentially Dota at this point. I am going to go ahead and disconnect. I hope you had a beautiful time with us. I appreciate you all coming in, hanging out with us for the day. I will continue this once I get back. Like I said, I do have children that need to come, and they'll be back, and I'm going to keep going on. As soon as that happens, hopefully we'll be back before the break. Looking at about 15 minutes. Robo's going to be going with me, so we will not continue this casting for a small temporary amount of time. I do cast a lot of Russian. Anybody that doesn't have an English caster, I'm basically living on that. So if you want to just watch any kind of any match, and I mean literally, I don't care if it's professional, I don't care if it's pro circuit, amateur. I just like casting, and I'm planning on practicing significant more of this throughout anybody, like I said, that doesn't have an English caster. Please feel free to like, subscribe, join, whatever. I don't care, whatever all that fan crappy is. I'm trying to do this for anybody who speaks English. I don't care if you're American, Canadian. I don't care if you're English Russian. I don't care if you're Pomeranian and you speak English and you just want to sit there and chew on a bone and watch this. You're welcome to join. As with always, I do love the fact that I have RoboBlitz with me. He is our technical guru. He knows more about every item and every little position of what type of builds and things like that. Probably for specific characters, but our technicality guy, RoboBlitz, is always very beneficial. Feel free to give him a question or a shout out whenever you hear him on the stream. He is joining me today. I thank you for coming with me, RoboBlitz, and we do have to go though. Anything you'd like to add to the stream? I'll take that as a no. All right. Well, it's been fun. It's been great.